Does Marcus mind if Change of Heart sends his girl on a blind date?
As long as it's just lunch.
Does Marcus mind them having a drink?
As long as they're just sipping the wine.
But this is something
We jumped in the jacuzzi.
Marcus might mind.
We ended up falling asleep in my bed.
After Cathy's lunch date goes all the way to morning.
Did you tell Marcus about this?
I left out a few details.
And Marcus has his own blind date.
Oh my gosh, she looks just like Joey from Friends.
See if these two stay together or have a change of heart.
Hi, I'm Chris Jagger. Welcome to Change of Heart. This is the show where couples who've reached a crossroads in their relationship voluntarily go on one blind date with someone new. But before we get to their dating part, let's meet our couple. They've been dating for 4 months now, and they always know where the other one is because they live right next door to each other. Please welcome Marcus and Cathy. Cathy, we'll start with you. You've been dating Marcus now for a few months here. So there's some issues, obviously, that we're going to address. But before we get to those, let's go back to the beginning when you first met. How'd that happen?
Well, he lives right next door, and he doesn't close his blinds.
Ah.
And our balconies face each other. So the first thing I noticed was his body, because he's always walking around in this little towel. And the next thing was I got to know him. He's a really great Midwestern gentleman. He's a nice guy.
And the Venetian blinds are always up.
Always open.
Yeah.
Always.
Okay.
And they still are.
Some things don't change. Marcus, tell us about your first date.
I went to a gay bar, Chris. Yeah, she was protecting me. I had some guys kind of hitting on me, and she was kind of acting like my girlfriend, you know?
Right.
My girl acting like she's like hanging on me, so.
Okay. Cathy, how does Marcus act around your friends?
A little standoffish. He has to be kind of joke-hoo. Like, they like to talk about philosophy and get into these deep conversations, and Marcus is like, you want to talk about football and some chicks? About the new Playboy?
Hey, Marcus, does Cathy have a sense of humor?
Yeah, she's got a pretty good sense of
A
humor.
feeling she might need one?
She's always got to think that, you know, she's craving for attention. She's got to be Miss Party Girl, starving for the attention. You know, life of the party, you know. She's got to be that. Yeah, you know.
Are you like that? Is that
You know,
She is.
He's projecting is what he's doing, because he's got to be the one telling the jokes. He's kind of like in this little circle, and he'll start telling these really bad jokes, and he's the only one laughing.
How are they bad? I'm Mr. Funny.
Really bad.
I'm Mr. Funny.
No.
Right.
You're more
Funnier
funny
than-
when you're
than
not
those-
trying to be funny.
I know,
excuse me,
but-
Mr. Funny. Marcus, you live right next door, so I imagine you spend a great deal of time over at our apartment. Anything you'd like to change about that?
First of all, the cat.
My cat's the best cat in the world.
Yeah.
Well,
She is.
But you don't like the cat.
I don't like the cat. The cat's evil. The cat will. This cat is evil. You cannot. You can't even catch it. You pet this cat without it clawing at you.
Do you know why
No, I
she
swear-
claws you? Because you throw
No.
her in the bathroom and you lock her in
Well,
there.
that's what. Hey,
wouldn't you
Torment
mean?
the cat.
If the cat's gonna
If you
claw
wouldn't
me, it's
torment her,
going in.
she
You
wouldn't
gotta.
do that.
You gotta punish him, man.
Cathy,
not
how's
dealing
Marcus
with
in the domestic department?
Well, I wish he was a little bit better in the kitchen. All he makes is mac and cheese. It's good mac and cheese.
Yeah, but
It's good mac and cheese. It's
If you-
just that's
hey, if
all
you're
he
gonna
knows how to
complain
make.
about it,
I cook
go
for
eat
him.
somewhere else.
You know, I make cookies for him. But it just, yeah, I just wish
You just want somebody wine and dine you all the time and just take you to these elaborate places and say, babe, I mean, come
I don't know
on.
what.
I mean,
why-
let's just hang
because
out.
I want you to cook for me.
In what room of the apartment would you say she needs the most help?
Definitely the wardrobe in the bedroom. It's terrible, you know. I mean, yeah.
Why? What's that?
Oh, she's got these crusty old looking boxers she
Crusty?
wears to bed. No, I swear
They're not
they're yellow. They're crusty.
They're not
yellow
crusty.
and no, they're nasty. They're just
Kathy, what other things do you guys fight about?
they're good workout t-shirts.
Well, Marcus is 3 years younger than me, and he's, like I said, he's a little naive sometimes, and he needs to grow up a little bit.
I need to grow up.
Okay, Kathy, why did you agree then to come on here and date someone else? Was that part of it?
Well, I mean, it was Marcus's idea because he likes to be in the spotlight.
Oh, okay.
And he likes to be in the middle of everything, you know. And you know,
that's
maybe
me.
I'll meet Mr. Right this way.
You're in the middle of it now, pal.
Yeah, I guess I'm.
All right, it seems that Marcus and Kathy disagree on a couple of items. When we come back, we're going to meet the people that they dated, and we'll find out if they've had a change of heart. All right, welcome back to Change of Heart. We're here with Marcus and Kathy. They're at a crossroads in their relationship. Marcus told us that he wanted a younger woman with no cat and no old crusty boxer shorts. So we set him up with a younger, very feminine woman. Please welcome Angelina Servi. Hello, Angelina. Angelina, have a seat. Welcome to Change of Heart.
Hello.
Kathy, first reactions. What do you think?
She's young.
Okay. All right. Marcus, your first date was at a straight bar or a gay bar this time?
We went to a straight bar this time.
Okay.
We went to a cigar and wine bar over here in Beverly Hills. It was pretty good.
That's something a little more macho.
Yeah,
Cigars.
it was good. It was just laid back, you know.
Okay. Angelina, any trouble meeting Marcus when you were to connect for the date?
Oh, yes. Marcus forgot to tell me that the name of the restaurant changed.
A small, important detail.
Yes. Yeah. So I passed by it quite a few times before I realized
Yeah,
this was
but
it.
I told you exactly where it was at, so don't blame it on. And I didn't find out about the name change until when I got there, so I'm not.
And you figure if he can figure it out, there's hope for him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's how he's figured. Kathy, is this pretty typical behavior of Marcus?
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
I don't even want to
sometimes
hear.
you're kind of a ding dong.
I'm not a ding dong.
See, that's what I was,
He is. He's
Oh, don't even go there. We know that you're
Wow.
you're just the biggest ding dong. You're not that dog.
Okay. Angelina, what was the first thing you noticed about Marcus?
Said, oh my gosh, he looks just like Joey from Friends.
Whoa.
Just like Joey
Oh,
from
that would be
Friends.
Joey from Blossom. I'm sorry.
And he had a dozen red roses for me.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
You don't
I
buy
had
me flowers.
Well, you never asked for him, you know. I mean,
Oh, ass.
Okay. When you guys were on the phone, did she ask you for a dozen roses?
no, but well, first of all, I just happened to be at the right place at the right time because some guy came over and he's like, "Hey, you want to buy some roses?" And he was just there, and I was like, "Sure," you know, and I got a good deal on them, so.
Keep talking, mister.
Well, I mean, she was already running late, so and she was like blaming me for being late, and
All right. Marcus, how did Angelina look when you first met?
oh, look at her, man, she's stunning, you know. She looked good. I mean, she had her blonde, pretty hair was going. I was like, wow, she's pretty. She had on, nice tight pants and these tight. She looked really nice, you know. Yeah. Well,
That worked for him.
they were tight. I guess.
Angelina, did you have a problem with Marcus's sense of humor? Because, obviously that was an issue earlier.
No, we had a good time. He made me laugh.
Was he fun?
Yeah, he was fun. A lot of fun.
Mr. Funny?
He was
Marcus, did Angelina seem like she needed to be the center of attention? That was one of your
Oh
complaints?
no. She doesn't need to be center of attention. Wherever she goes, she is in the center of attention. You're always. Everybody's just like gawking their ass.
So she let you just take over the whole thing.
she
So you
didn't.
liked that, didn't you?
No,
Marcus?
she didn't take over the whole thing.
Angelina, did Marcus seem like he'd be intimidated by your friends? He was a little bit with Kathy's.
No, not at all. He's really intelligent and he likes sports. And some of my friends really like sports. He's very into sports. Very.
Chiefs, baby. They're going to the
Very
Super Bowl this year.
Chiefs,
Yeah, they are.
Kansas City. Okay.
We got Leslie.
Angelina, would you ever let your cat sleep on your head?
No, we decided we're more dog people. Cats are
Yeah.
cats are too independent. Dog people.
You notice when cats, you just can't even get to know them. They're just, you want to pet them, but they're just
Especially when you
out
pick them
there,
up and
man.
throw them in the bathroom.
That cat, I'm telling you, man, that cat deserved it, you know?
Marcus, she's a few years younger than you. What was it like dating a younger woman?
Well, it was a little reviving to know that hanging out with this girl who's not like been there, done that sort of thing, So it was kind of cool. I got to show around on Sunset some of the clubs, and it was fun, and it was all new to her, so.
Okay. Well, Angelina, Kathy says that Marcus is a little naive. Would you get that sense from him when you were hanging out with him?
No, not at all. He took me around because I'm new to LA. So he took me around and she took me to a bunch of clubs and stuff. And there was one club that was a guest list, so we couldn't get into.
Right.
And he went up and did something, and we got in.
Boom, right at the door.
Yeah, so it was really good.
You know me.
I think it was her.
Kathy, is Marcus ever that smooth when he's out with you, being able to pull those kind of things off?
He's never done that. He tries.
He tries? Once he gets shot down when he's with you?
Look cool.
Wow,
No,
I'm sorry to hear that.
I was just being.
Marcus, what time did things wrap up then? as the night went on?
Well, first of all, she kind of got down there kind of late because she got a little lost, and it was getting late. Probably around 1:30, I guess. So I had to kind of wind things down. So took her back to her car, and she took off.
And how was the goodbye at that point?
Well, me being a gentleman and all from Missouri, I guess I just said, all right, be careful. See you later. Hope to see you again. Come back and see me. Let's have a good time.
Nice wave.
Nice wave goodbye. I didn't know if I was supposed to hug her or kiss her or I don't know. It's just like.
Okay. Angelina, just one last thing. Marcus was complaining about Cathy's lingerie drawer being all crusty with boxer shorts or whatever. Would that be a problem with you?
No, nothing but G-strings for me.
Okay, will Angelina's night on the town with Marcus be enough to give him a change of heart? We'll find out later. But next we get to meet the man that Cathy dated, and we'll hear what happened on their date. We just heard what happened on Marcus's date with Angelina, and now we're going to meet the man that Cathy dated. Cathy wanted a worldly man who can cook and talk about more than just sports and chicks. So we set her up with a mature man who's a gourmet. Please welcome LA's hottest dish, Jesse Lubeck. Hi, Jesse. Welcome to Change of Heart. And Cathy.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
All right, Marcus, first assessment, what do you think?
He's all right, cat, I guess. He's from Jersey.
From Jersey?
Yeah. Isn't that right?
All the way from sunny New Jersey. Yes, it's true.
Okay. Cathy, what did the two of you plan for your date?
Well, initially, Jesse was going to make me dinner, and then we were going to a museum downtown.
Okay.
And I had time commitment at 6 o'clock, so we decided to make it lunch. And I was going to go to his place for lunch. He's going to make it for me.
And is that all right, Marcus, that their plans were at his place for lunch?
Yeah, whatever. That's cool as long as you just eat lunch and that's it.
Okay. And Jesse, what was on the menu?
I was. Being LA's hottest dish.
Jesse's a cook, I tell you.
No, well, I had a really nice meal planned, but I bought all the food. I put everything in the fridge. I had food marinating. It was all ready to go. I went away for the weekend, Friday night. I got back a few hours before the date, and my roommate had a little bit of a party. There were like 5 people passed out on my living room floor. All the food was gone, and I was furious.
Oh, Cathy, were you a little disappointed?
Yeah, I was a little disappointed at first, and they gave me this crazy story, and I was like, okay, do I believe this? But then we decided we'd meet at a Thai restaurant near where we live, and that was great.
So that was a good plan.
It ended up fine, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get to eat.
We got to eat.
Oh, we ate.
We ate.
Kathy, was there anything that you noticed right away, the difference between Marcus and Jess?
Jesse's shirt fit him just fine. It wasn't the right size.
Don't even get tight.
He's got beautiful blue eyes, too.
She's got some pretty beautiful eyes herself, though.
Marcus, maybe it's time to...
Well, she's got pretty brown eyes.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, my eyes are brown. Oh, I'm sorry. Jesse, was your conversation standard stuff at first for, first date kind of thing?
No, standard first date conversation's usually a little nervous and boring sometimes. But no, she was great. We hit it off pretty well. Conversation pretty much flowed all day and night. We just kept going, had a good time.
Did you guys talk about their relationship, Jess?
Not really. I wasn't really interested in their relationship.
Okay. Because sometimes that has a way of working itself into it. Cathy, you thought that Marcus was a little naive. Did you feel that all about Jesse?
Not at all. One of the first things we talked about was his 6 months in Europe, and that was very interesting. And he's from Jersey. He's got that little edge. He's kind of streetwise, and that was pretty cool.
That's a good mix. Europe and Jersey.
Do that again? Yeah, there you go.
Of course I can.
Marcus, you okay with all this? Doing the jig?
Hey, so far, it's just they're staying it cool, I guess.
Yeah. So you were doing the lunch thing because dinner was a wash, and then it was off to, the museum or something?
Yeah, lunch ran pretty long, and we just had a lot to say, and then we went to the museum, and it was closing. So we found something else to do. Jesse and I had been talking about wines, him being in Europe and stuff, and he decided we would go and buy some wines, and we'd do a little wine tasting back at his place.
Marcus?
Wait, first of all, you went to a museum?
No, we didn't.
We tried.
going
We
to-
tried to
you're gonna
go
go
to the
to a
museum,
museum?
but it was closing in about 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Sounds
luckily
like
the
fun.
museums
Sounds like
close
a lot of
early,
fun.
like at 3 or something.
It was closing at like 5, and it was like 4:45.
Yeah, we had a long lunch.
All right.
All right, so then it's back to the wine testing thing, and where did you do that?
At Jesse's place.
We did that at my place.
Uh-huh. Marcus, that sounds pretty nice, though, right? Is that something you could plan?
Well, I mean, as long as they're just sipping the wine, it's fine, I guess. You know?
I don't think they were chugging.
Well, just as long as it's wine tasting, that's good. You know?
Okay.
And that's it.
And Jesse, how was the wine tasting?
It was great. It was. It ended up being a little bit longer than I expected. We sipped quite a few glasses of wine.
Yeah. And Cathy, didn't you have to be somewhere later? You said you couldn't do
Yeah.
dinner because that was too late.
I didn't exactly make it to that. It took a while.
That's because a little bit too much wine
We had
tasting?
lots of different wines to taste.
I see.
We had 6 bottles. We didn't drink all of them, though.
Marcus, you wanted to say something here?
So you go over to his house, and you sip wine, and then you drink too much? Is that?
Well, I just didn't. I was having way too much fun. It was a good time, and we were having a good time, and
Well,
I didn't want to go.
did you ever stop and think that? I mean, you don't even know this person until the night. That
Well,
night
his
when you
roommate
met
was
him?
there. It was all right.
Yeah. And then, Jesse, what happened next?
Well, we went up. We jumped in the jacuzzi.
With our clothes on.
With your clothes on.
No, we had clothes on.
Yeah.
I had my
I
bathing
had a
suit, and I
t-shirt
gave her a t-shirt and a pair of
shorts on.
boxers.
Yeah.
All right.
Pair of boxers.
And I don't really remember too much after that. I had a few glasses of wine. I know we ended up falling asleep in my bed, and the next thing I know, it was the morning.
Wow.
I don't think anything happened.
Hey,
Wait a minute. Kathy, did you tell Marcus about this part of the date, or?
I
about-
left out a few details.
Oh, I would imagine so.
She didn't tell me. She's. You're weak.
Weak.
I can't believe she did that.
Well, Marcus, you knew coming on here and going out with other people that left it wide open for anything to happen, and sometimes it's those kind of things that do happen. Will Marcus and Cathy have a change of heart? That's the only question left. During the break, they're going to make their decisions, and we're going to find out what they decided when we come back. Well, here we are at the moment of truth. During the break, Marcus and Cathy each made a final decision about the future of their relationship, and now there's no turning back. Will they stay together, or have they had a change of heart? That's what we're going to find out. Cathy, we're going to start with you. You said that when you came on to the program, you were hoping maybe you could find Mr. Right by going out with someone else. Obviously, you wanted somebody that was more worldly and a little more mature than you felt Marcus was at this point. So, your decision and how you're feeling about it?
Well, Jesse is a really great guy. We had a wonderful conversation. It was really entertaining. It was nice to hang out with someone that had a lot to say. Marcus is so much fun to hang out with. We have a great time. It's not a problem living next to each other. Everything is wonderful as far as I'm concerned. And I mean, Jesse was a lot of fun. I just think that I'm gonna stay with Marcus.
Stay together. Okay. Sorry, Jesse. Sorry things didn't work out for you. I'm sure
Angelina,
you'll
you busy on Friday?
We're not done yet. Okay, now Marcus, it's up to you. You wanted somebody catless, the cat sleeping on her head thing bugged you a lot. You also wanted someone that could dress a little maybe snappier or sexier, and someone that wasn't so starved for attention as you felt Cathy was. So you had a great date, you did a lot of good things together.
Yeah, Angelina and I had a great time. I mean,
Right.
there's no doubt about it. You know, I mean, she's really cool. She's down to earth. She's just a nice girl. But Cathy, on the other hand, I mean, I love her to death too. I mean, we're neighbors and we're just like buds, you know, and it's just always gonna be like that, you know. But that's why, I think that's why my heart's like telling me I'm gonna have a change of heart, and I'm just gonna have to.
A change of heart.
I think it's just because I'm single and we've only been dating for 4 months, and so it's just like, I mean, Cathy and I can always hang out too. And
All right, so let me ask Angelina, is that okay with you about a second date?
I think I'm gonna have to pass.
Sorry about that, Marcus. Cathy, just one. You were looking for Mr. Right. You know what? He may still be out there. You just haven't found him yet. So good luck. All right, that's our show for today. Thanks to Cathy, Jesse, Marcus, and Angelina. We'll see you next time here on Change of Heart.